We're back for another one.
Yes.
Excited or no? We'll get there in a second. I'm excited about this one, so I figured I would change it up a little bit. Guys, welcome to another episode. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Chris. With me.
And I'm Liam Weisner.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Welcome.
Last time I checked, anyway. Yeah, welcome back, guys. Today, we are going to be doing a review of Season 4 of The Umbrella Academy.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. All 6 episodes. We'll get to that in just a minute. What we thought, you know, our reactions. Did they land the plane, bringing the whole series to an end? Was it even worth watching? Why, you know, were the characters developed well? Did the characters have good arcs? You know, what were some of the more fun points maybe in Season 4? We'll review it all, and then at the end, we'll let you guys know how you can get in on the $50 Amazon gift card, as well as any other cool announcements and exciting things we got going. So at the end of the video, we'll see you guys there, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these, and let's dive in. I know. So I hit you up, right, and I was like, all right, you know what? Umbrella Academy's out. It's available. Let's watch it and let's see. And then I went to go, you know, finally had a chance to go watch it after basketball that one night. And I hit you up and I'm like, it's only 6 episodes. And I'm literally looking at Netflix and it's like Season 1, 10 episodes, Season 2, 10 episodes, Season 3, 10 episodes, Season 4, 6. And I was already disappointed. I was already like, why? Why not bring it to a full close, a full 10? Why not give us everything we wanted?
They didn't need it. They didn't need 6 episodes. They could have did it in 3.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting take. I think that they...
Or 1.
Based on the episodes, they could have done without a lot of what they actually decided to show us. And so, yeah, we'll get there in a second. But, you know, Season 2 is my favorite season, so I'll get to that. But the end of Season 3 was pretty exciting, right? The whole world had just reset. For whatever reason, they don't have their powers. We don't know what's going on. It looks like their father, Hargraves, has gotten his wife back, and he's like the man on top of the mountain, the supervillain taking over the world. Like, you thought this was going to be like an epic showdown of showdowns going into Season 4, and it was just like, womp, womp, womp. Like, I think they destroyed the Hargraves character completely. You know, he was such an iconic villain that they were setting up to be the big bad, and for them to have the full reveal of what he truly looks like, an alien, and have the kids actually have to fight him, and like all these different things that could have happened, and he just became like a secondary character for information. It was so weird to me.
He was a quest character.
Yeah, dude, I thought they just destroyed that.
Or an NPC.
And he was just the first of many characters that they decided just to actually flush on a toilet here in Season 4. But let's hear your take a little bit.
So, like you said, they ended Season 3 with pretty good battle. I like that battle.
Yeah, no, it was a good with the pretty samurai.
Pretty wild stuff. And then coming into this, I felt lost in the first episode. The first episode, I was completely lost. Like,
that's kind of the standard, though. If you think about it, Season 2, Season 3, you're usually coming in very confused, and then they fill the timeline in the first pilot, but the first episode of the season.
Well, this season definitely had erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, failed the launch. It didn't even try to land, but yeah, we'll get there.
But yeah, I was just overall super annoyed half the time, like, why am I still watching this? Why am I still watching this after every episode?
I was just hoping it was going to get better, or hoping it was going to take a turn. And also, I loved, and still do love, the first 3 seasons. I mean, Season 1 was phenomenal. Season 2 was the best season, in my opinion, that they aired. Season 3, they introduced all new characters and all different spins, so that was interesting and new, so I liked that. And then it was just like, they didn't even honor us. Like, Ben was the only Sparrow that we saw or heard anything about in Season 4. They didn't bring any of those characters to a close. It was just a one little hint when Diego and Luther are talking to each other at the birthday party, and Luther's all sad because Sloane is gone. She didn't make it into the new timeline. That's all you hear. And they just jump over everything else, and it's like, well, whatever. I don't know, man. Left me with a lot of questions. Left me feeling like, man, so much happened in Season 3 that you just decided to, no, forget it. Let's just keep moving on.
The train. the subway station thing?
Subways through the universes, a different dimension, or not, it'd be like the multiverse, so different universes, yeah.
How does that add to the story in a positive light?
Let us know in the comments, what did you think of the train? Did it add any value? Was there a purpose to this story? Because I know Liam and I both are over here scratching our heads trying to figure out if there is any, and if so, please let us know what you thought, because what a distraction from what could have been some really good storytelling outside of this train we never went anywhere with.
Yeah. They could have did what happened with Firefly. Like that show. You ever watch that?
Yeah.
So Firefly got canceled. They wanted to close it up nice. And so they made the movie after.
Yeah, the movie that one was like, it threw me off a little bit. So I had to go back and watch.
Oh, you saw the movie before?
Correct. I saw Serenity.
Okay.
And then I was like, what? And I was like, oh, this is based on an actual sci-fi series. And then I went back and I, fell in love because Nathan there, the main character.
Nathan
awesome.
Fillion.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And he makes plenty of cameos and sci-fi stuff all the time.
Especially Marvel, yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. Apparently he's kind of a dick in person, but whatever.
They say don't meet your heroes, right?
Yeah. But what they did was they wrapped it up very nicely in the movie. Funny thing is, that movie ended up taking off and they regretted killing everyone.
Yeah.
So, but they could have done that with this series as well. They could have made a nice 2-hour movie, cleaned everything up, explained it. If it got a whole lot of buzz and love from that, then they could have continued on with it.
Yeah. It was crazy because, in the first 2 episodes, you had some promise, some hope that things were going to do something cool, because everyone had everyone got their powers back. Ben tricks them, right? And so obviously spoilers, guys, you know that already. So Ben tricks him with the shots, except for Klaus because he's sober. Everyone gets their powers back, and not only do they get their powers back, they get an upgrade, right? All of them were for example, Allison was able to do her thing without even saying the rumor. Diego was able to not only manipulate bullets to keep them off of him, but he was actually able to maneuver them and project them back, which is a brand new ability. And so, and there was others too. And so it was kind of man, this could really take off. This could really go somewhere. And then that was all you saw. That was the end of them really using their abilities, other than little hints there, here and there, Allison a little bit later. And then everyone's ability was just also just dumbed down after that. I felt like Five, who probably is one of the best characters inside of Umbrella Academy. He goes on the craziest missions. He has the craziest backstories. He's all over the place. He has some of the best witty humor, one-liners. I think Five does in that story is probably one of the best. And then they just destroyed his character in season 4.
I felt the same about Klaus.
Klaus is also amazing.
Klaus was one of my absolute favorite characters in the series.
Yeah.
The way he was stupid but honest and genuine, but still super fucked up.
The world had broken him, and he was just trying to survive. Yeah.
Yeah. And it felt like we got maybe 10% of him.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's this little whip puppy. No pun intended when he has the dog, but he's this little whip puppy for majority of this final season.
Yeah.
And it was just sad.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think so they decided to have Diego all of a sudden become obsessed with becoming a CIA agent, complete waste of a fucking character. They had Five find this, only be able to blink into this weird train station that ultimately his plot went nowhere besides having him do something that would have been, it's so out of character that he did it anyway, that it was super weird. He would never betray Diego. So it was why would he do that? So we'll get there. You had Klaus, who decided to, for whatever reason, he's trapped in this gang, situation with that guy, and then he gets buried alive, complete waste of character. I mean, Allison actually got to hang out with her daughter and do some cool stuff, so that was actually kind of fun to see. But other than that, I think her character but completely betraying everybody, getting Luther killed, getting Klaus killed, but obviously he's, can come back to life, and then having to have to reset the universe, completely getting rid of everyone's powers and everyone they loved. They just forgave her and was like, hey, come on back in. We don't care. It was just really weird. I don't know where they were going with this, like, if like we were just gonna forget, or like we were just gonna like brush it over, or we were just gonna be like, you know what, all that stuff that happened in these last 3 seasons probably doesn't matter. Let's just focus on what's happening right now. Like, I don't understand it, but it was really weird to watch these characters just completely get flushed down the toilet.
Yes. I really don't have much to say anymore about this. This was just an utter disappointment, and to me felt like it almost washed away all the good that the other seasons did.
Yeah, it's failure to land, man. And you know, I totally get, and we were talking off camera, like I get that they wanted to bring the show home because so many good shows don't get an ending, right? It just kind of leaves it open. But I think in some cases that's kind of better off. And in this case, most definitely it would have been better off just leaving it up to our imaginations what happened to these.
Or the fan fiction.
Or a fan fiction's usually much better anyway. But
yes.
You know, it just, they swung for the fences, and they did not do the fans or the show or even, I think, the source material justice for, you know, what they actually produced in these 6 episodes. So,
was there anything that you truly liked about it?
I got to see the Umbrella Academy on TV again. That was about it.
I enjoyed Nick.
You know, again, I think that was even like a confusing arc that could have been fleshed out more. And you know, again,
it was
probably the whole best. If I had to say one thing about it that was good, is that there were some pretty awesome action scenes, right? When they're doing their little square dance to share, whatever, their little line dance to share, and then you have the barn like going crazy at the same time. Like, that's cool. You got to see a lot more of Ben, which I've always thought, you know, I wanted to know so getting to know what happened to Ben and getting to see more Ben, and then the fight scenes, probably the only shining light through all of it. But then that was such a small fraction of the very beginning of the season, and then after that, you know, he becomes this amorphous thing that he starts to, you know, turn into. So that's it.
Yep, that's it. Tell them how they can win for this month.
So here's how you win. For this month, you have to subscribe to our channel if you're not already. Hopefully you are, because that's how you get instant drops into your notifications. You have to comment below what your biggest takeaway was, and then share this video with one other person who you think would like to know our opinions, or also how season 4 ended.
And save them 6 hours.
And save them 6 hours of their lives.
You're better off.
You're better off. And then let us know in the comments, just, you know, in your comments say tagged, so that we know you did it, and we will enter you guys in for a $50 gift card that we will draw live on the channel the beginning of next month. We'll see you guys next week with another review. Let us know if there's anything you want us to review as well in the comments. We'll see you next week, guys. Peace.
Save someone the headache of watching this.
My heartfelt plea. Please save someone.
Don't let them wait 6 hours.
Don't let them. Let them keep the vision of what was pure before season 4.